You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere. The John and Gordy Morning Show is on the air. Phone lines are open at 608-879-8255. 608-879-TALK. You can also call or text the guys on the free Civic Media app. Now, here they are, live from our studios on State Street in Madison, Wisconsin, John and Gordy.
Hey now. WMDX 92.7, the John and Gordy in the Morning Show.
He's John Peterson. I'm Gordy Young.
Back again.
Producer Sam behind the controls.
And he's doing a great job so far.
So far,
one thing.
Everything has gone very well.
I have the entire rest of the show to screw it up.
Yeah, that's right. We're waiting.
This is episode number 347 of John and Gordy in the Morning.
What?
Yeah. Episode number 347.
Wow, I had no idea we had numbers for these shows.
Yeah, I've been keeping track.
Wow.
Of at least the shows that were live here. Yeah.
So let's see.
Is it posted that way?
Yeah, it's on the board right outside the studio door.
Right.
Have you never looked
No,
at it?
I've never seen it.
You've never looked at that board? Don't
that's
care
fantastic.
anything about it.
Well, I'm glad. It's a big number.
It is a big number. 347 today, and then by Friday, we'll hit 350.
Wow.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
347, 28, 48.
Very impressed.
350.
Very impressed.
Yeah. And it's going to be a nice day today. 39 degrees currently. You want to check your WMDX
I'm going to have
Samsung
to check
watch?
Yeah, I'm going to have to
You're
do
going to
that
double check to see what it is?
Yep.
Yours is a little warmer, isn't it?
Well, 41 degrees currently and a high today of 64.
Okay.
Now, I texted you over the weekend, and I said that the WMDX Samsung watch was correct with its predicted high temperature of 77 degrees.
Yes, you alerted me to that fact.
I didn't I?
You never text me. I thought, well, this must be important. And you were trying to rub it in my face that your watch had outdone our WMDX
sounds
roulette
pretty important
wheel.
to me.
Yeah? It was important.
Well, I know how much weather means to you.
Well, thanks for keeping me.
And I knew that would get under your skin in some way, shape, or form.
Actually, I thought it was kind of amusing. Okay. Well, should we even check the?
I know this is so reliable. Why do we even need to check anymore? But.
Should we check the WMDX bar dice?
I wish we had the bar dice that sounded like bar dice.
Okay. Well,
let's.
What do these bar dice sound like?
I don't even know what it sounds like.
Well, let's
give them a shake.
Okay.
No, the cup doesn't sound right.
Oh, it's 6 and a 0.
There you go.
How do you get a 0 on a dice? I don't know. Blank spot, I guess.
Well,
okay. Well,
it must be on its corner. It landed on its corner.
So we're gonna go with your WMDX Samsung watch.
That's what we'll do this time. And I know a lot of people are wondering, well, John, when is sunrise? It is at 7:03 this morning.
7:03.
And sunset tonight.
Yeah.
You can plan this.
Okay.
7:07.
7:07.
So we can have the grill all ready to pack up and.
Have you
put
grilled?
Away.
I know you grilled out at least once.
Yep, we have. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
All right, there you go.
Let's get to the National Day calendar, okay? Because we've got it. We might as well use it. What is it today on the March 18th of 2025? Is it National Sloppy Joe Day? National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day? National Awkward Moments Day? National Muscle Car Day? National Supreme Sacrifice Day? What would you think is
Well,
the
it's
day
not
or
Muscle
not?
Car Day. It would be nice if it were.
You're correct. It's not National Muscle Car
It'd be great
Day.
to see a whole bunch of muscle cars out here again.
Don't they do it once a year on State Street or up at the Capitol?
I think they do, yeah.
That should be coming up. Well, let's check out some of these other days. National, I missed a couple. National Ag Day and National Biodiesel Day. Okay. Well, National Ag Day, but our friend Pam Yankee is probably celebrating this.
Yeah.
Each year, National Ag Day recognizes and celebrates the abundance provided by agriculture across the U.S. American agriculture plays a critical economic and food security role in our country. The role of agriculture in America is greater than the food on our tables. It runs deep in our communities, large and small. Boy, this is the truth, huh? Just about every product we touch involves a farmer. Okay.
Yeah.
From the clothes on our backs to the fuel in our cars and medicines that we take, agriculture grows our economy and keeps us healthy. So we salute all the agriculture folks today.
Thanks for voting for Trump.
Okay. National Biodiesel Day. Okay. Let's go to National Sloppy Joe Day.
All right.
Do you like Sloppy Joes, John?
I love Sloppy Joes. They don't. You don't see people serving up Sloppy Joes very often anymore.
No, you don't.
Isn't there a chain that serves up Sloppy Joes?
A chain?
I think there
Why
is
would you go to a restaurant to get a sloppy Joe?
Because
They're so messy.
they're known for their Sloppy Joes. We had one on the south side on Odana Road once. I don't know if it's still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the Sloppy Joe, John, is one of America's all-time favorite hot sandwiches. Its base ingredient is often ground beef. However,
well, thank you. I didn't know that.
Others use turkey and buffalo, too. Mm-hmm. The other elements give it its flavor, though. Onions, tomato sauce, brown sugar, cola, or maple syrup to sweeten it, and seasonings to spice it. So we salute the Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, I always had a hard time making my own sauce.
Really?
A lot of people, buy the canned stuff, and it tastes good.
It's all right.
But making it on your own, it just doesn't have that same odd, weird flavor that the canned Sloppy Joe sauce has.
There are different claims to the origin of Sloppy Joe.
Oh, wow. Well,
in Havana, Cuba.
It's still going on?
In the 1930s, there was a genuine bartender who gained popularity with vacationers who went by the name of Sloppy Joe. That was the bartender's name. He earned that name for his less than enthusiastic way of cleaning the bar.
Oh, God. I was going to say.
Okay.
This does not sound healthy.
No.
Sloppy Joe.
He was, however, an attentive bartender, and the bar was a hot spot for the jet set back in the 1930s. Wow. They didn't have jets yet, did they? I don't know.
I don't think so.
However, no mention is found in papers from the era of the hot, blah, blah, blah. There was another guy, Steve Hirsch, who claims that he did it. Okay, we don't care. Let's move on.
Sloppy Joe seems like if that's the name of the sandwich, it would be Sloppy Joe's sandwich, not
Right.
Hirsch.
Right. So we're going with the first guy.
Yeah, we'll go with him.
It's National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day. You know what Lacy Oatmeal Cookie?
I do not know.
They have a picture of a Lacy oatmeal. See these? Can you see over here?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Some kind of squiggle frosting on top of the cookie.
Yeah. There are cookie holidays, and then there's National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day. Each year on March 18th, the holiday celebrates a delicate cookie made from oats. Some people may refer to this as National Oatmeal Cookie Day.
Yes, that's what it would be.
But that's also celebrated on April 30th. The difference between the two is that Lacy oatmeal cookies have they're wafer thin and typically accompany a scoop of ice cream or sorbet. I've never had one.
That sounds ridiculous.
Here's a day just for us, John.
Yeah.
National Awkward Moments Day. Here we go.
Well, good.
We seem to have
it's good
a lot
to know
of those
that
around here.
We're going to have a few of those today.
Something's wrong with the National Day calendar.
I have a
today.
few planned later on.
Do you really?
Yes.
You plan your awkward moments?
Oh, absolutely. You don't think that was a mistake?
This is an annual day that every person can relate to. We've all had awkward moments from time to time. They're part of life. They just happen, it says here. Have you ever called someone by the wrong name, tripped over nothing, walked into a door? I've done it. I've done all those things. Had a completely wrong word come out of your mouth or just forgotten what you're doing? Well, the list could go on and on. How to observe awkward moments day. Find the ability to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Relive old awkward moments by telling stories about them. Help someone else recover from an awkward moment. Oh, that's nice and helpful. Keep in mind that no one is perfect ever. Wear humility like a cloak and laugh at yourself.
Man.
Okay. All right. That's enough. Okay. That's about it for the National Day calendars. Do we have any history book
that
moments?
was very entertaining.
Okay.
Please don't stop, Gordy.
Well, we have to stop because it's time to open up the history
All
book.
right, yeah,
Oh,
let's
do we
check
have
that
to?
out.
It's so dusty.
Come on.
No,
Open it up.
no.
We got to do it twice a week anyway. Oh, no. Oh, Sam.
Every time I open this book, dust flies into the air.
Do you think
God,
is he up for some kind of award?
I think it's, yeah.
You would think
Except
I
for
would
an
start
acting.
wearing a mask or a ventilator.
Well,
at
just
this
to hide yourself, for being so embarrassing.
Right.
So
point. It is Awkward Moments Day.
Well,
Okay.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Celebrate, my friend.
All right.
All
do we
right,
have in the
Yeah,
history?
what do you got today?
We're going back to the colonial era. Today in 1766, the Stamp Act was repealed.
Stamp Act.
Yeah, you remember the Stamp Act?
I remember the name, but I don't
The name.
remember
I
the
don't
act,
remember it either.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, it was, the phrase "no taxation without representation."
Right.
It was one of the taxes put on the colonists when they had no representation.
The Stamp Act.
Anything made of paper that you bought at a store had to be stamped, and when it was stamped, it got a tax put on it. So if you bought like playing cards or letterhead or anything made out of paper, any sort of like a newspaper even.
Wow.
What a stupid law.
Really unbelievable.
Well, I
Why
mean,
would they do it?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Good question. But there was huge uproar against it, and today in 1766, Parliament repealed it.
So,
Yeah.
how'd they deal with toilet paper?
You know, back then, I think they just used the Sears catalog.
Yeah, there you go.
1766?
Right. You know the name Lord Stanley?
Not really.
Not
What?
really.
No.
Lord Stanley was the Governor General of Canada in 1792. 3 years before, he had witnessed ice hockey for the first time, and he became obsessed with the sport.
It's 1892.
Did I say 1992?
No, you said 1792.
1892. Sorry.
You're 100 years off, but it's okay.
Yeah. So 3 years later, in 1792, he proposed having a national championship for ice hockey. And he then said that he was going to donate something to use as a prize. And he found this really expensive punch bowl, which later became known as the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's nice.
Incredible. That's a great story.
The story of the
Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful.
One other thing here. Today in 1974, the OPEC oil embargo came to an end.
Yeah.
After several
That was a
months.
happy day.
That was a great day for everybody in this country, anyway.
Okay. Very good. We're just getting started on a Tuesday morning. John and Gordy will continue along with producer Sam in a moment.
Lunch lady.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
WMDX 92.7. You know, I've always claimed that if you put whistling in a song, that song will be a super hit.
Really?
No one's ever taken me up on that, but that's fine. That's okay.
Okay.
And this is John and Gordy in the morning overlooking State Street, the capital city, Madison of Wisconsin. And a good morning to everybody out there.
Yeah, a little bit later on the show, in fact, in about a half hour, we'll be talking with Lisa Bernard from the Humane Society with updated on a couple of pets that you could adopt. You know, I went to the big shindig, the Toto's Gala on Friday night.
Yeah.
That was a big deal at the Monona Terrace there, and like 400 and some odd people. I mean, it was, and there were
Just odd people showed up? Or?
just odd people, yeah. And they had some puppy dogs there, and I took a picture with one, and they had a cockatiel there.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Wait,
I pet
those
the
are
cockatiel.
those the ones that talk?
Well, they do, but this one had wasn't saying
not learned anything yet?
Wasn't saying anything.
Now,
Yeah.
if I had an opportunity, I would have tried at least to slip a word or two in.
Well, I asked the handler there if
Yeah.
they had taught the cockatiel any dirty words yet, but
Yeah.
they said no. They seemed to be offended by that, so I walked away.
Yes.
They had kitty cats there,
Yeah.
and they had some other animals. It was a great time, and saw a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Saw Judy Davidoff from the Isthmus, and a bunch of other people. It was a good time.
That's good.
So anyway, Lisa Bernard will be with us. In
Yeah,
about
we've
a half
got
hour.
3 pets to talk about.
Yeah, and then in our next hour, former Madison Mayor Paul Soglin will give us his take on the political landscape.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
And we'll be talking about campus free speech again. You know, we touched on it a little bit about the origin of universities having free speech and the right to it, and no political interference whatsoever. That's what universities are based on. Well, we're going to get into free speech again with Ali Velshi this time. He had a great thing on that, a whole presentation.
You know, he's really good. Ali Velshi.
Yeah.
He's excellent on MSNBC. He really, he's very informed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And it was like, well, what do I use out of this? Do I use this segment or that? And it was so good and so rapid fire. You know, he talks very quickly.
I know he does.
So I'm thinking, well, I can't rip this thing up. And I created 2 parts to it. And we could talk about each one of those if you'd like. You know, it's up to you, Gordy, this whole show.
Really? Okay. Well,
It depends on your decision on this.
okay. Boy, that's a lot of
A lot
pressure.
of responsibility.
A lot of pressure. Phone lines are open.
Yeah.
608-879-8255. You can call us there or text us there, 879-TALK. Or, use the Civic Media app. That's the easy way. Download that app. It's free to use, and you can text us or call us right from the app.
You know, there's this big thing now about Joe Biden. We're also going to talk about the auto sign. Okay.
This is the auto, the machine
you
that
put a
signs.
pencil into this machine,
Yeah.
and it just writes out the signature of the president.
Yeah.
And you can have that. If you do that and you use the auto sign on pardons, it's okay. You can still do that. They act like it's not legal. None of those pardons are actually enforced because it's an auto sign. That's incorrect. All of that stuff is just nonsense. But there's a story here. Trump falsely accused President Biden of not knowing who he pardoned. See, they had to go that one step further, right? You know,
Right.
The auto sign, that means that those pardons really weren't enforceable because it was auto signed, not personally signed by the president. Okay, now that's been disproved, and now we know that's not true. But now, of course, he didn't know who was being auto signed
Because he was out of it.
Yeah, somebody over there was
Somebody
just,
did it.
you're writing up a whole bunch of pardons, and he didn't know anything about it.
Hey, man, plenty of other presidents throughout history have, completely lost it while in office, yet they still stayed the president, and nobody questioned them then.
Yeah. But,
Right.
but Trump is making this false accusation, right?
Yeah.
But then somebody pointed out that Trump is the only one caught on tape admitting he had no clue. He pardoned one individual.
Really?
I don't remember doing that.
Oh, really?
From the J6.
Oh, no
pardons.
kidding.
Yeah. So I didn't know I did that. So who auto-signed that one?
Good question.
You know, there are so many holes in all of this. These stories are just stories.
They must have a room in the White House where they just make stuff up every day.
That's right.
That's some outrageous thing. Just keep them coming.
They've got the writer's room, right?
They've got the writer's room in the back,
Yes.
next to the cabinet office or whatever.
And it seems like Carolyn Levitt is perfect for telling these stories.
I'm not even sure she's real. I don't.
I really
robotic.
don't. She reminds me of the robotic figure in Megan. If you saw the movie Megan,
I thought you were going
where
for
the
the
android.
Yeah.
It is really a fantastic movie. That's why I bring it up. It's very recent, But anyway, she reminds me of that. She's on autopilot constantly, and she is so much like Trump that it has to. She has to be on some kind of program. It's just
that she's pre-programmed.
Yeah.
What was the movie with all the robotic women? Was that Westworld or
Westworld? I think it was.
I think
was it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, reminds me of that too.
Yes.
Yeah, just very on automatic all the time.
And it's just crazy. She gets out there and she truly believes in all of this stuff. Then remember the one time she was insulted that people were questioning her ability to figure out math-wise what the tariffs were going to do and weren't going to do.
Right. Yeah.
You're insulting my intelligence. I'm pretty good at math. It really takes something to get out there and say something that ridiculous, and she was absolutely wrong about the tariffs. These are the people around Trump who have this fear of telling him the truth about tariffs, and he has gone this long. He's gone at least 2 or 3 or 4 years with no one telling him the truth about tariffs. But he has this idea, and this is truly a great idea. I mean, if you're nuts, this is one of the great ideas that you could ever come up with, is to change the entire system of government, financing the government through just tariffs. That is just an amazing concept. You just leave your economy up to other countries paying tariffs. Well, okay, what if they stop paying the tariffs? What happens to your country?
And now we've got a great big trade war all around the world, it seems like. Okay, 6:29, 39 degrees. After the Midwest Farm Report, we'll be back with more of John and Gordy in the morning and Lisa Bernard coming up in our next half hour.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down, until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
Now listen, Grapehead. I'll explain it so even you can understand it.
We can duck and cover. There's a fallout shelter right there.
There's no way to survive this, you idiot!
Idiocracy. For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
President Camacho, please. Oh, man, this is the high point of the show. Each and every morning we go through some of the stuff that no one can believe is true, but is true, and we have the cuts to prove it.
Welcome back to John and Gordy in the morning. This portion of the show is brought to you by our friends at Verlo Mattress. They've got that big sale going on right now, John. I know you know all about it.
Well, I'm there all the time.
You are. You're welcoming people into the store, trying to get them to buy a new adjustable base for their mattresses. Yes. That's nice of you to do that.
Well,
just to volunteer to do that.
Trying to get them to buy the right thing the first time.
The Verlo
waiting until they're laid up in bed, 65 years old, can't move. I want them to get the adjustable bed frame right away.
Okay. Let me just say that the Verlo mismatch sale is back. It's their biggest sale of the year. Mismatched on the outside, the same Verlo long-lasting craftsmanship on the inside. People might be insulted when they see you at the door, but just keep walking. Go in and talk to an actual salesperson at Verlo. Hurry in now, save an additional 10% off of every mattress and box spring. Wake up and sleep better. Verlo Mattress of Madison, 2 locations, west side and east side. Go to verlo.com.
The secret is I'm wearing the mattress, okay?
You're wearing
and they think
you
I'm
are Maddie the mattress?
They think I am, and they won't swing at Maddie the mattress.
I was going to ask, do you have your own custom Verlo mattress name tag or something that people will think you're a salesperson? But no, you've got the whole costume.
Oh, absolutely. And, I demonstrate exactly what that bed frame will do by, just kind of raising my chest up or, my legs up. Or
adjustable frame.
This is how the frame adjusts, and
it's nice of you to do that.
Everybody is able to at least see.
Okay. All right. Onward we go. Back to Idiocracy.
All right. Mark out in the sack says, so Trump doesn't know the name of each of the January 6th pardons.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Surprising not. And Caroline Leavitt is a Stepford wife. There you
That's
go.
it.
Or
That's
a Trump wife. You never know.
Thank you, Mark, for that text. You can call us or text us, 608-879-8255.
Well, one of the big controversies now, of course, is Border Czar Tom Homan is defying a judge's orders.
Right.
Now, they're looking into this, the exact times and so on and so forth. The judge did give a verbal order.
Right.
And now they're wondering, well, are verbal orders
Really
something you should
orders?
follow? Well, anyway, let's check out Tom Homan, all right?
Okay.
The czar.
We made a promise to the American people. The President Trump has made a promise to the American people. We're going to make this country safe again. I wake up every morning loving my job because I work for the greatest president in the history of my life.
Oh, my
and
God.
we're going to make this country safe again. I'm proud to be a part of this administration. We're not stopping. I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
Yeah. I just love seeing you going through these protesters just crunching on the apple as their liberal tears just flood the hallway. Tom Homan, thanks so much for joining the program.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know,
He doesn't care what the judges say.
No. And if Tom Homan can just get his lips off Trump's ass for just 1 second, oh, my God, do you believe how he kissed up in just that one small comment, right? And then, of course, the host of the show, oh, I love seeing you go through the protesters crunching on the apple. Who knows what the hell he's talking about there as their liberal tears just flood the hallways?
I think
Can we just call Fox News the Trump News Network?
I
Oh
think
my
so.
God. He has called every other network, Trump has, every other network a propaganda channel, right?
Yeah.
But what the hell is Fox after listening to something like that?
I don't
Oh
know.
my God, right?
Did we? I imagine we don't have the cut of Stephen Miller. He also backed up what Homan said.
I do not have
Yeah,
that,
it was
no.
just, he said, well, it's just a district judge. He takes care of only a little tiny...
That's right. They're
Here's what-
differentiating the importance of each and every judge out there.
Right, just a district court
status,
judge.
yeah.
So we don't really have to pay any
No.
attention to that.
No,
Okay, really?
I don't think they know there are these separate entities, you know, the executive branch,
Right.
the legislative branch, and the judicial branch, regardless of what judge it might be, what branch, you know, it's still the judicial branch.
Yeah.
My goodness sakes. Okay.
And if the judge proclaimed it in court, that's good enough.
Right.
You know, he didn't have to put it in writing.
Exactly.
You know, he proclaimed it from the bench.
He said
in
that.
court.
Yeah. And they're not going to pay any attention to it. So we do have that
ignore
constitutional crisis right now. Yeah. And by the way, you know that the Supreme Court itself has come out against not following these edicts by the judges.
Right.
Right? I mean, you have to follow their decisions.
Yes.
And the Supreme Court doesn't look lightly on this issue. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to make it to the Supreme Court. The thing is, they throw everything to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Right? And that's because they have the majority there. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, we know we have a skinhead Nazi problem in this country. You know, Elon is the head master of the Nazi party in this country. He likes to do the salutes, but, you know, it's just from his heart. All right. Marjorie Taylor Greene tries to push Russian propaganda about Ukrainian Nazis and is completely shut down by a Holocaust historian. Now, this is the wrong person you're going to try to smoke, but she tried, and this is Ukrainian nationalism historian, Dr. Snyder. Okay, why don't we check this out? This is cut 161.
Time also put together a piece only 3 years ago, and it's quite an extensive video that gives full information about the Nazis in Ukraine and their recruitment efforts that go all around the world. It's amazing to me that just in a few years' time, it's now considered misinformation to talk about the Nazis in Ukraine.
On the question of Nazis, I've written 2 books as a historian about Nazis and the Holocaust. On the question of Ukrainian nationalism, I am the leading scholar of that subject in North America and have been writing about it for 20 years.
She's in trouble.
If the chamber is interested in the degree of far-right participation in Ukrainian politics, you can be assured that no far-right party has ever crossed 3%. 3% in Ukrainian election. So, of course, there are bad people in every country, but by any comparative standard is a very small phenomenon. In Russia, on the other hand, the army includes openly Nazi formations, such as Rushich. The government itself is fascist in character, and it is carrying out a war which includes deportation of children by the tens of thousands, the open intention of destroying a state, as well as mass torture. So if we're looking for fascism, and if there is anyone who is sincerely concerned about halting fascism or racism, you would wish to halt Russia.
All right.
Okay.
Mic drop.
That's it.
Wow. All right. You know, the funny thing is she has the guts to actually bring something like this up. You know, there are Nazis in Ukraine. Okay. Well, what about this country? We have Nazis parading down streets, every street in this country. We have Nazis and their presence. So why is she focusing on Ukraine when we have our own Nazi problem in the U.S.?
She doesn't want to talk about that.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they've been on every street in the U.S., but they've been on many streets. They've got their little clubhouses.
I see them everywhere.
Do you really?
I see them everywhere.
Oh, you got me paranoid.
Yeah, well, you should be. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Oh, look out.
All right. Hey, everybody's kind of wondering now with the new AG, Pam Bondi.
How's she doing so far?
Well, a lot of people are wondering, what does she do? You know, what is she doing out there? I see a lot of photo ops with her and Trump together, right? And she's all touchy-feely, isn't she? She's always holding on to Trump in some way, shape, or form. It's really uncomfortable
They're
looking.
friends. They're good friends.
Yeah. But anyway, the question is, what is she doing? And
what is she
And this
doing?
was answered by... this clip right here, 157. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Well, let's look at what Attorney General Pam Bondi has been up to in the midst of this mess. You might recall that last week, Trump signed an executive order to punish a particular law firm because that law firm has done work for Democrats. Among other things, Trump's executive order would block anyone from that law firm from entering federal courthouses, which might make it difficult to be a lawyer in Washington, D.C. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The law firm naturally sued, and because the case was so important to Trump, and potentially because it was difficult to find any career prosecutors who really wanted to defend it, Attorney General Pam Bondi sent her own chief of staff, the Attorney General's chief of staff, to argue the case himself personally in federal court. Bring it in like the biggest guns they got. And her chief of staff just got blown out of court by the judge. The Trump administration lost that with an exclamation point. The judge said Trump's order sent a chill down her spine. She said the whole legal profession was, quote, watching in horror what Trump was trying to do and what the Attorney General's chief of staff was trying and very much failing to defend in court. Pam Bondi and Trump's Justice Department are also apparently trying to launch an investigation into the otherwise totally normal process of funding shelters for migrants in New York City. I say they are trying to launch an investigation there because they seem to be having trouble with some of the fundamentals, like spelling. At least one of the subpoenas they sent out has folks in New York scratching their heads because it went to something called the Hotel Chandler. Hotel Chandler does not host immigrants.
No, it doesn't.
At all? It's not clear what's going on there with the Hotel Chandler, but a CBS News report does note that, quote, a source familiar with the shelter system pointed out that another hotel with a similar name, the Candler, is in fact a hotel where they house migrants.
Oh, my God.
Asked about the situation with the Chandler and the Candler, a spokesman for the Department of Justice said, quote, we will decline to comment on an ongoing investigation. Also, Pam, do you... But don't worry about it. When it comes to the really important stuff, Pam Bondi is on it. This went out from her office this week. All caps. Memorandum for all department employees from the Attorney General. Subject, ending procurement of paper straws. Quote, in accordance with President Trump's direction. The Department of Justice, she's talking about the U.S. Department of Justice, shall take appropriate action to eliminate the procurement of paper straws and ensure that paper straws are no longer provided within department buildings. Department components shall take appropriate action to identify and eliminate any portion of policy or guidance documents designed to disfavor plastic straws. Oh, you guys, the Justice Department's long nightmare is over.
Great stuff.
That's Rachel Maddow from MSNBC.
Treating it like it should be treated.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Total nonsense. And these are the things that preoccupy them daily.
Apparently.
This is the truly important stuff that they're dealing with now. And from one of our callers out there, you can buy Nazi merch outside the Trump rallies.
Oh,
and that's true.
We were talking about that. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, they make that available.
That's right.
It is 6:48. This portion of John and Gordy in the Morning brought to you by David J. Frank, your turnkey, one-stop landscaping resource celebrating 65 years, doing lawn care, flower care, trimming, shaping, pruning, residential or commercial. David J. Frank, they are the largest landscape contractor in Wisconsin. Just go to davidjfrank.com.
You think they could handle the hair on Sam's head? Look at that.
Very Dylan-esque.
That is the worst.
Chalamet.
Wow, thank you, John.
That's the worst bed hair
we
you've
gotta take
ever had.
We got to take a picture and put it on Facebook.
Wow.
Okay. Coming back with Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society next on John and Gordy in the Morning, WMDX.
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Somebody, can anybody find me? Somebody to love. Find me.
Oh, we have to find somebody to love. Our pets today, WMDX 92.7, John and Gordy in the Morning.
It is 6:51. We welcome in Lisa Bernard from Dane County Humane Society. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
It was great to see you at the event on Friday night at the Monona Terrace, the Toto's Gala. What a big deal that was. How many people were there? What did you estimate?
It was close to 470. We
Yeah.
sold about 470 tickets, so obviously not everyone comes the night of, but we still had a very good turnout.
Yes.
So it was a lot of fun. Lots of animal greeters to say hello, and
And lots of terrific silent auction items and other things there. So, and great to find out the background of what the Humane Society is up to. So, for today, we've got 2 or 3 pets to talk about that are available for adoption. So,
should we go to? I want to go to Max here.
Max,
8-year-old, 16-pound terrier mix.
Tell us about
Yes.
Max.
Max is a little sweetie. So he was transferred actually to us earlier this month from an overcrowded shelter in Alabama. And he's super sweet, very polite when meeting other dogs at the shelter. He spent some time with one of our foster families, and he wasn't really interested in playing toys or playing fetch or anything, but he really loved just hanging out on the sofa, snuggling up to the foster, and going for walks. Chasing squirrels in the backyard is a lot of fun to do.
That's a big plus.
He's looking for a family who's going to be around a lot because he does get a little anxious when left alone for too long. He loves having someone around. But he's so sweet.
He looks
Such a sweet
adorable.
senior.
Yeah.
He is adorable with his beautiful black coat, and then it's like the brown on him, on his face and on his legs is just like perfectly placed.
Yes.
Very cute.
Very nice bilateral. Yep.
Okay.
Gorgeous little character. All right, let's go to Shunka.
Shunka.
5 months old, black and white Jack Russell Terrier. Boy, they're energetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it.
Very cute.
And because he's a puppy too, you know.
Yeah.
So and he does this really cute thing, like his ears will be like relaxed, and then all of a sudden you'll get his interest, and he just perks. So it's so cute.
Yeah, you've got a picture of it all perked up there.
So he came to us in mid-February. He does start out shy because he's a puppy. He's still learning. He can get a little scared of different experiences and different objects. So helping him build his confidence is important. And learning that the world's not so scary. Once he becomes comfortable with you, he's so spunky. He's so playful. Also because he's a puppy, he's teething. So he does have a little bit of mouthiness that we're working on with him.
Sure.
He does have a snuggly side and loves to he'll give you lots of licks and stuff. He's smart, so we think he'll catch on with training pretty well. He just needs a patient family who's going to work with him.
Right.
And you have in the description here, he's looking for a home, but preferably not an apartment and without small children, right? That's what you're recommending anyway.
Correct. He does, when he's left alone, he does start barking a bit. So, and if he sees something outside, he gets a little nervous and will bark a bit. He's also a member of our Lonely Hearts Club because he's been with us for a little bit. So his adoption fee has been reduced.
All right. Well, you know, he is a puppy, and you really have to, go through all of, the puppy training that you have,
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you described here is basically stuff puppies normally go through anyway. So,
Exactly.
Okay. Well, it sounds good.
I think we have time for one more
do?
here. The kitty cat, Diesel, right?
Diesel, who's 5 years old, he's black and white, and he's ready to steal your heart. He came to us also in February, super shy, but he's been opening up so much. He enjoys head pets and loves side neck rubs, and will even give head bumps for more. He's starting to show his playful side because he's getting more comfortable, and he'll pounce on his toy mice when you throw them. So very cute guy, loves munching on treats. He's just looking for a patient family who's going to allow him time to settle in. So,
And
but
Lisa,
I should mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
He did live with a previous cat, and he did get a little territorial with something. So, just to be careful of that if you're going to introduce him to another cat in the house.
All right.
Okay. And Lisa, if anybody's interested in any of the three adopt-a-pets that we talked about, Max or Shunka or Disa, how do they go through the procedure? How do they contact you? What's the best way?
Come to Dane County Humane Society. We open at 2 p.m. today, and we're open until 7. So come in, get on our list to meet with them, and our counselors will go through everything we know about them, all their behaviors, and so you can make the right choice to see if this is really the right animal for your family and your lifestyle. And then you'll get to meet them too. So, and see just how wonderful they are in person.
And the website to check things out?
GiveShelter.org.
All right. Lisa, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again in a few weeks, and we appreciate you being with us, and hopefully we'll get these pets adopted, and appreciate you being with us.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good.
Well, I hope we can find a home for these pets.
Absolutely. Coming up next, in our next hour, former Madison Mayor Paul Soglin will give us his political take. News is next on John and Gordy in the Morning.
As we were saying, it's the John and Gordy Show.
John and Gordy in the morning.
As we were saying,
let the sunshine.
it's the John and Gordy Show.
The national news cycle never stops. but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.